Hey everybody, it's Wednesday again. Yay, Wednesday, Weight Watcher Day. It's very exciting. Um, Today was a good weigh-in. I was down zero point 0.8. Technically, before the weekend, I was down even more for my final weigh-in with my nutrition challenge at the gym, which I'll get into in a second. But after that, I kind of treated myself and celebrated a little bit. So I gained like I don't know, half a pound or something back. I don't remember the exact numbers. But anyway, I'm really happy that it was another loss, especially with the trip, my vacation coming up. And as you can hear, I have kind of a cold, so I'm working on getting that out of my system before I leave. So a couple of things. I want to talk about the nutrition challenge. I came in fourth place, which is way better than I thought I was going to come in. I honestly didn't think I stood a chance, but there were a lot of people who dropped out or didn't have great results. Or who weren't really compliant the whole time. So I did a hydrostatic dunk, which basically is being weighed underwater. And with that weight, you can they can figure out like your fat percent and your body composition better than a straight caliper pinch fat percent test. So between dunks, I lost 6 pounds. So that was about 6 weeks, maybe 7. And I lost 4% of my body fat, which is a lot. I actually lost 9 pounds of fat, and I gained 3 pounds of muscle. That's why it showed as 6 pound loss. The woman said that had I not gained muscle, it would have looked more like a 12-pound loss, which is mind blowing because finally it's like just more validation that BMI and the scale are not true representations of your body and your efforts. I was feeling a little discouraged that my weight loss was slow and that it's always been slow, but knowing that I'm gaining muscle while I'm losing kind of made it worth it, just having that validation of like what I'm doing is right and what I'm doing is awesome and to keep doing it. So I was actually going to take the card and I completely forgot to bring it up in the meeting today about those results and about hydrostatic dunking and if anybody was interested, blah, 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 blah. Because, people come into Weight Watchers, they get on the scale, they have small losses or no loss at all, but they feel like they should have had a loss. And that's when you need to have a dunk or something, because then it's kind of like, oh, well, maybe you actually did lose, but you also gained some muscle, and you just, the ultimate scale or the regular scale isn't going to show that. So I was going to post that to the group, but I forgot, so I guess I'll do that next week. Ooh. And in the meeting, first I finished my first Weight Watcher journal, completed it all the way, which is a huge accomplishment for me. I've never finished one of these. And what I did in the very way back, there's like a notes section, an extra place for you to write there's like a bunch of little blank pages. And I wrote every month a recap. Month 1, I lost my Christmas weight gain. Was tracking very well, started the nutrition challenge, and lost a net of 0.6. Month 2, still on the challenge, lost 1.2 pounds. Started powerlifting again. People seem to be complimenting me more on my appearance. Month 3 recap, lost 3 pounds. Got 4th place in the nutrition challenge, and I actually enjoy eating healthy a lot more than non-healthy foods. I listed like cookies, Panda Express, and wine because that's what I had this past weekend, and I felt terrible after eating it, which was weird to me. I've never felt bad from eating unhealthy foods, but I guess my body was just used to it, you know? So in summary, I lost 4.8 pounds in 3 months, which, okay, maybe for some it's not that big of a deal, but for me that's awesome, especially knowing that I gained 3 pounds of muscle. So, you know, it would have been a bigger loss had I not done that. So I get to crack open my new journal. I'm so excited to take it to Germany with me. And we have a new spring incentive here. Find your adventure. Trying to get you more into fitness and going out and all that stuff. And this is the bling you can earn if you attend 4 out of 5 meetings. So and so this week's little goal or challenge, I don't know what you want to call it, is fitness can be fun, especially with all the choices out there. Is there a craze you want to try or class you've been eyeing? Set a date this week and explore it. I'm kind of satisfied with what I'm doing, so I probably won't do that. But the next one is funny to me because this is why. It says, got the travel bug? Satisfied by planning to go somewhere new, a nearby town, a must-see attraction in the next state, or a whole other country. Where, when, and how will you make your getaway? I literally leave the day after, next week, the day after this, we read this out loud, and I think that's kind of funny. Anyway, on to the meeting topic. It was about, we discussed, people who changed their fitness. That was awesome, blah, blah. This week is about scheduling eating, and which is apparently different than planning your meals. So planning your meals, I guess, would constitute as like, today I'm going to have eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch, and salmon for dinner. Scheduling your food is like, okay, well, I quit work at 4:30 and I go to the gym at 5 and I don't get home until 7:30 or 8 when I eat dinner, so I need to have a snack before 4. That's just mentally not necessarily saying what you're going to eat, just saying like, okay, I need to remember, I guess, to eat. I don't know. It was kind of confusing to me. Whatever. So in other news, and this is kind of personal news, I went to the doctor for some of I have a hormone irregularity, or otherwise known as PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which affects the way your hormones communicate to your body, and primarily lady things. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I saw a new doctor. I've been seeing a lot of specialists in this past year and a half, and I've tried all sorts of different things. And this guy has me trying a new medication that's actually for insulin sensitivity, it's called metformin. If you Google it, you'll get a whole ton of information on it. It's about increasing your body's sensitivity to insulin, or insulin resistance, primarily with diabetics. I am not diabetic. My insulin is low, or normal. It's not low. It's normal. I do not have diabetes. I don't have high blood sugar. I am healthy, but insulin is a main reacting hormone in your body that can affect other hormones in your body. So I'm trying this new medication. We'll see if it helps. Along with, guess what? A new diet. Yay! So that nutrition challenge I just did, I have to basically keep on that, which I honestly was okay with doing, and step it up a notch. And by step it up a notch, I mean no quinoa, no rice, no potatoes, no bananas, no apples. What else do they say? Basically a lot of greens, leafy greens, berries, protein, dairy fat. He was really big on the dairy fat, but I'm not a milk drinker, so I got some cottage cheese, and I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. Well, not a lot, but I eat Greek yogurt. Regular cheese, love regular cheese, but I try and keep that in moderation because I get a little crazy with it. And obviously no sugar, no sweets, no baked things, just a diabetic diet, essentially. Essentially, I'm being treated like I have diabetes, which isn't a bad, it's not necessarily a bad thing to do, because I do have diabetes in my family. My grandfather had it, and that's something I would love to. I want to avoid it if at all costs. But yeah, I'm whining a little bit about it. I think it's going to be good in the long term. And when I went grocery shopping today, it really wasn't too terrible, because he said I could have peas, lentils, and barley as my main carb source. That to me is really an actual carb. I can eat my weight in spinach and not feel like I've had any carbs. Fruit and produce carbs aren't the same to me as something that's more of a grain. But I do know that peas are pretty starchy, and I know that barley that's a thing. That's a wheat thing, So that's a grain. That's what I meant to say. And lentils are and beans and stuff. I know those things will be okay. So I went grocery shopping, got all that stuff. It's in the. I kind of spent a lot of money, but oh well. And I'm optimistic about it. Obviously, this week is going to be kind of weird because I'm going out to dinner to sushi tonight, and then on Friday, my gym. I know this sounds very gym contradictive, but after our the open workout on Friday evenings, we're having breakfast for dinner. They're making pancakes, bacon, eggs, I think hash browns. The works. And this is sort of upon my request, so I sort of need to partake in that. Whether or not I eat, pancakes or not, I think I might have one, or half of one, something like that, just because I do love pancakes and I do love syrup, and when in Rome, and then whatever. But, I think eating this way, I'm hoping it really does make a difference, and I'm hoping this really does help my reproductive ladiness become a little more regular, and we don't have to take any more steps, because metformin is $8 and all the other drugs are much more. So obviously the doctor's time is going to be much more too. So anyway, I've rambled a lot about myself and TMI issues, but I just wanted to share that with you so that in case you're wondering what I'm eating, or if I suddenly, also this medication is supposed to aid in weight loss. So if suddenly my numbers become bigger at the scale, it could be due to the diet, it could be due to the pill, it could be due to the combination of both. So I just wanted to put that out there so people had an idea of what's going on, and maybe if you're struggling, you didn't feel oh my God, how can she do that and I can't, and it might be some outside factors going on. So anyway, hope you have a great week. I'll see you for one more week, and then I am off. So stay tuned for next week, and I'll see you then. See less of you then. Get to Weight Watchers. Bye.